Okay, I've never configured anything on this dealing desk, so we're going to try it. We're going to bring up two charts, a Euro chart, and we're going to bring up another Euro chart. Okay, so let's grab this. Just looking for Euro. It looks like they got gold in there too. Nice. Okay, Euro USD. Now, I'm going to hit Control G to get a grid off. I'm going to hit this to turn it into candlesticks. This brings me up to the most current bar. This sets the time frame. And this is going to be old and trusty. If you see XXX, it's old and trusty. Okay, so we're going to bring this up. I'm going to load, and it just says Jeff. The first setting right here is set on dealing desk time. So I don't know what this dealing desk time is, so we're going to cancel this and we're going to look. We're going to take right here. It is 6:40 in the morning. All right, and let's compare that. Let's just go find world time zone. I'm not sure what that one is, but we need to know. We need to know dealing desk time. It's 6:40 in the morning. Or whenever we set up our news alerts, you need to go in and find out where 6:40 is. So there's a couple different ways you can do this, but I like doing it this way, world time zones. Okay. Oh, wrong one. World time zone. World time zone. Let's see if it's that one. World time zones. Yeah, it's this one. So you can go in here and look for 6:30, and then it gives you the offset to where you live. Russian time. Should have guessed that. Okay, so this one's set to Russian time. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up Bourbon right now and pull it on and go to load and bring this up. Now, the reason I needed to note Russian time is because I'm going to set my start and stop times. Okay, so the old one is only set to by hour. So we're going to go to Forex Factory, and we got to set it to the Russian time zone. Okay, so we can find out when news is coming out. So we have some Australian news coming out Monday, European news coming out Monday. The Australian news, it's probably already out. I didn't look at that too close, but we're going to bring this up to Russian time. Okay, it's plus 2 hours from what we looked at, St. Petersburg. I'm sure that's what it is. Okay, the Russians kind of borrowed this software from someone else, and so usually they're set to Russian time or Greenwich Mean Time. So now we're going to go back and we're going to look at the calendar, and it'll tell us when it comes out. This one's already come out. So at 11 o'clock, Spanish unemployment on Monday. So at 11, we'll have this thing run. So what we do is we set it down at 11 o'clock. That's right when it comes out. We don't want this. This won't go by the half hour. We'll go 10 o'clock to, let's go to 12 o'clock. Now, the old one is meant to run for an hour, okay? It's meant to do that. It's meant to run from 10 to 12, okay? So this one down here, so there's an hour between them, 10 o'clock. And then we're going to go to 12 o'clock, all right? Now, I don't want to override my time filters because I'm setting them. My tick value, we get that off the chart. Well, this is a $5,000 count. We're going to set it to the lowest possible amount, which is 3 cents a tick. Max trades, this will go 4. It'll increase the lot size up to 4. This will sell 50% at 1 ATR, minimum 10 ticks. It'll sell 80% at an equal distance stop to target. Now, I took the time slice this. This is the slowest amount of time or distance between support and resistance on average. So I used one indicator to find that time, and then I just kind of scrolled back because the way I programmed it, it was too slow. Do I want to get out at break even? Say true. Well, if you turn this on, let's see. I think that's in there redundant. I don't remember exactly what that one does. Let's turn it off. I believe it's at 1. Move the stop to, I remember what it is. It moves the stop to break even. This one does right here. It moves the stop to break even after we hit the 20 pip stop. So this is your stop. So let's go recap this. The tick value is The tick value is what you're going to enter in from the spreadsheet. The max cycles is how many cycles you're willing to lose in a row, and then it lowers the size. Selling at 1 ATR, selling at 1 equal, this is stop. This is stop you're putting in. Stop expansion levels means this, and sorry I stammered. I think I watched the game a little too heavy this evening. But if you go down and you look at this, and I'm going to close this out, we'll go in and change it. If you stop out, it expands the stop and target by 4 ticks, or 18%. It's 4 ticks hard-coded in this one. It's 18% in the other ones. Because we assume that it's going sideways, and that's why you're stopping out. So we make an assumption and widen the stop a little bit. All right? So I'm just going to go to load. You have to put in your name. You have to fill out every one of these or it won't start. Now, right here, that's what the stop expansion is. After 4 times of widening your stop, don't do it. Now, the newer ones close that in. Now, in here, what we do is we close all at break even, true. If we've lost 2 in a row, go for break even. Or we have 10 lots on, go for break even. This means if we're down to 1 tick, or 1 pip, or one minimum lot size, not 1 pip or tick, 1 minimum lot size, then close it out, because it's too small a trade. Well, as small as this account is, we set it up, and we're going to go with putting that to false. Now I'm going to save this and say smallest amount possible, and time filters off. Time filters on. Time F on. Time filters on. Time on. Time on. There, that looks good. Okay, now I let that run. To make sure that it works, it'll come in, and you're going to have to wait just a second. Now you can look in here, and you're going to look. The first time you run it, it just tried to do it. It will pop a website, and it will tell you whether this account's active or not active. Okay, so okay, that thing just started. All right, it's active now. That account's active. All right, that's a totally active account now. All right, and this one will just take off and run. All right, now once it sets up and runs, you know that it's working. You have to exit out the first time. See where those are zeros and zeros? That means it's not working per se. The first time that thing pops up and it says okay, by design, and I thought I got that out tonight, but I must have been paying attention to the game a little too close. By design, it was designed to pop up a little box that says, hey, call this dealing desk. They want you to do business with them. Now, right now, it's trading below support. It immediately got you in. Now, how do you know that? Where support was. And we've never ran it on this desk, so I'm just checking it out. This is our first target. This is our second target. And where was support at? If I come in here and look at that, we can go into custom indicators. And I'm going to bring this up, and it will say pivots. And let's just drop that on there. Okay. We were below support, so it immediately entered us into a trade. This is the cumulative loss. We haven't taken any losses. This is how many losses in a row. Okay. And this is starting to move down. We're in profit. We can see the profit down here. Now, not quite because of the spread. I'm going to right-click up here, and I'm going to come into comments. I went to profit. I right-clicked on profit, and I went to comments. Now, by putting in that comment, what it does is it shows me which EA it came from. Now, I didn't know the tick size on this. It looks like it's 10 cents a tick. Right here where this says 0.1, it's 10 cents a tick. Now, when I told it to go to 0.03, did it go to 10 cents? That's because they use what's called a min lot or min step. The lowest size you can put in on this dealing desk is 0.1, and then it goes to 0.01, 0.1, so 0.11. The lowest smallest size you can get is 10, and then it would go to 11, and then to 12, and then to 13. Because instead of starting at 0.01, they're forcing you to start at 10. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, this is set up and it's starting to run. We're up $1.20 on this already. All right. Now, when it hits this spot, it will close the trade automatically. So we're going to take another one, another euro pair, because we knew that the Spanish news was coming out. We're going to take euro JPY, and we're going to test the other system on euro JPY. Okay. So we're going to pull this up. We're going to hit right here. We're going to hit this, and we want our pivots. Okay. And we want to go to a 5-minute chart. Now, this one, this original one that we put on, this is a problem. If we change the chart, it will change what's trading. It's a problem. Don't ever change the chart it's on. It's a flaw in the design, I guess. Look how we do it on this new one. All right. On the new one we've got here, we're going to pull this up, and we're going to bring in right here Black Bourbon. And let's go to load. And I'm going to go to Jeff. Now, this one's a little bit different. Look, this is requesting the symbol used. Doesn't matter what chart you're on. This is what prevents it from messing up. This is 5. Now, this static section, turn it to false right now. We haven't tested it yet. Okay. What it does is it starts the system in stalled mode. It just turns it on and it's stalled, and you have to use a script to turn it on. This one's very, very brand new, like 2 or 3 days. Okay. So it's got a lot more features in it, but we're going to click OK and let this thing run. We're not going to load from a backup. We're not going to back test, and we're just going to let it run. Would you like to configure it? Yes, I would. Okay. This just links me to the Google group. Okay. This is the size of the account, and it's saying that that's the equity on the account. Account equity and account balance, and that's the account number. So yes, it looks right. Okay, so we say yes on that. Now, the problem is the way that I designed it. I'm hoping to move this into QT, but it gets lost on the screen. I need to bring it over here and show you what happens. Look right here. I hope you can see that where it says number 2. It pops up there and kind of gets hidden on the screen. What is the maximum lot size you'd ever allow it to take? Well, let's say 10. Let's say 1, because it's such a small account. How long would you like to wait between a requote or an error? For example, a requote. Well, let's make it wait 15 minutes if there's an error that came up from the dealing desk. What's the minimum slippage? Well, 5 ticks or pips. Would you like to get emails? Yes. Gray box mode is it pops up and says, would you like to take this trade? Well, that's getting much more robust. We're adding a huge robust section to that. But right now, you can say yes. It doesn't hurt it. Like after the 3rd loss in a row, you take over and confirm whether you want to take the trade or not. For right now, we're going to say no. Okay. And then see, it gets lost up here. It pops back up. Now, what is the combined maximum loss of all expert advisors you would ever take and then stop trading? Well, let's put in $1,000. That's a huge part of that account. What is the combined lot sizes? Well, let's say if I'm running the 2 systems, let's say it's not greater than 2. You want audible alerts? No, that's a 3% audible alert. Would you like to override your time filters? On this one, I'm going to say yes. I just want it to run and check it out. Okay. Do you want to turn on news sizing? Now, I'm going to say yes on this. And what this is 20 minutes before news. If you're not in a trade, it will immediately, in 20 minutes after, it'll raise your lot size before news and drop it afterwards. Now, this asks us, would you like to use a percentage to increase this? Say yes. The other one I haven't tested yet. This is a 1.5% increase in your lot size. Okay, now this would be a decrease of 50% in your lot size. Okay, how many trades would you take at any one time on this EA? Well, we only want 1 trade. What is the minimum time between trades? Let's go 1 minute. If we get in and out, maybe around news, we might do that, but 1 minute at least. And that's an error trap. If we get in and cycle trades, like we start taking trades too fast, better think real hard about how you fill this out. Okay. Would you like pip sizing? Pip sizing is a fixed number. You say yes. If you come in here and you say yes, I know that we're going to size it the same as the other one. Oh, this is the Euro JPY. This should be 24. Just from looking it up, you take the spread plus the minimum distance. This is about 24 pips. Okay. What is the standard lot size, the lowest you'll allow? You know, when we get in here, we want 0.03. The lowest allowed is 0.01. Well, not in this one. It won't allow 0.01. If I go to 0.03, it's going to change it to 1, and that's what I was stammering about earlier. Would you like the system to sell part? Yes. Okay, so at 1 ATR, let's sell 50%. At yes, at an equal distance stop to target, let's sell 80%. Let's trail with the rest. Would you like the system to try to get you out at break even? Let's say yes. If we take 2 losses in a row, let's get out at break even. How many losses in a row before dropping your size? We said 4 in the other one. No, we don't want to do that because we started so small. Okay, so it's running. It says go get a beer. Now you check this. It's running right here. It's running. It's starting to set up. Now this one, I don't think in this one I made it draw the lines in here. Okay. This is great to look at. So it said the EA was unable to process your order. Now the reason is because of this minimum lot size, and I went below it, and so it couldn't process the order it tried to get into, and it'll block the trade for 15 minutes, and it'll continue to do that until you know what's wrong. This is a perfect air trap that we wanted. Hey, it was unable to process this order. Well, that's because of that lot size down there. All right. Now there's ways to trap that and round it up. In this one, I didn't choose to round it up. I may reconsider that because now the user's stuck and doesn't know why it's not going to run. Well, because we told it we wanted a lot size of 0.03 and the smallest allowable amount is 0.1. Okay. So there's a command in MetaTrader that lets you figure that out. All right. Now, we found a problem because it's not working up. It's going to try to reload it. All right. And it won't allow trades now. It just warned you. It said there's a problem. It's immediate, and that's what an air trap is. We take that off and we get out of it and say, hey, that's not going to work for me. It's not going to work. The one that you should run is old and trusty. It's got about 40,000 trades on it. But it doesn't have all those fancy air traps in there. It doesn't even try to trap them. It just rounded it up. Old and trusty said, you don't know what the hell you're doing. I'm just going to round it up. I'm going to round it up to 0.1. And you'll come in there and go, what? I didn't tell it to trade 0.1. Well, it doesn't have those sophisticated things in there. It just rounds it up and says, go for it. Okay, so we'll leave it running old and trusty for right now. Okay, and I will ponder whether I want to put that section in for the step into that. It should be really easy. I already have it done, so I know it's easy. Okay, well, Robert, and hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl. You couldn't have enjoyed it. You live in California. I was upset myself. But you have a good evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.